Hello, everyone. I'm coming in here today to ask you guys if you have let go yet. And if you haven't, that's okay, because letting go is the most difficult thing in the whole world. Over the last couple of days, I've been thinking about making a video, but nothing has been coming to me. And yeah, I think it's almost 2 weeks now since I made my last video. And it's happening for a reason. And I'm coming in here today to ask you guys if you have let go yet. Because part of the reason why I haven't made a video in a little while now is because I had to let go. And what does it mean to let go, really? It means that you allow whatever is going on to be. That is letting go. You let go of the perspectives and the beliefs that you need to be active, that you need to maintain a certain relationship, that you should be on top of this thing, that you should control some outcome in some way. You let it go by allowing the underlying force to be felt without the need to do something about it. That is what it means to let go. You let go of your attempts at control. You let go of your attachments to things that you always used to cope with whatever it was that you were experiencing deeply within you, that perhaps you were unconscious about. The more you can marinate yourself in the underlying energy of those things that previously held you back, it might not seem like it, but when you're constantly on the go, when you're constantly trying to control something, perhaps you're trying to control other people through your people pleasing, perhaps you're trying to control how much money you're making by working a lot of extra hours, or whatever it is. Perhaps you're trying to control your experience from within by being high on drugs or drinking alcohol, whatever you're trying to control. All of it is just, as I've said many times before, a detachment from yourself. Something that has or is experienced now within you that's perhaps you're unconscious about. Because we develop these different types of personality traits, types of addictions, and so on, to be always caught up in this matrix of who we are, as to never be in the presence, to never allow this higher state of consciousness to emerge within us, because there's some uncomfortable energy there that we believe on some level that we're not allowed to be with. We have some experiences from society, from family, friends, whatever, that it's not okay to experience this. And so, because of that, we start playing this little character our entire lives. And we forget that we're even playing the character. We think that this is who we are. We think we are the people pleaser. We think we are the person with our different types of illnesses. We think that we are this person with all of these different type of problems. We think we're a shy person. We think we're an overthinking person, when in reality, those are just things that we adapted because we didn't allow ourselves to fully be in the present of what it is that we are experiencing deep within us. We're running from ourselves. Every sort of negative thing that we do that leads us to create suffering, that leads to resistance, is because we are not allowing ourselves to be in the full presence of who we really are. And we're instead living through our mind, through all of these ways of how we think that we should be, instead of who we truly and authentically are. The more you can come to this realization and allow yourself on those days when you really feel like, fuck, today I really should work harder, I really should be on top of this thing, I feel the itch to really go to this addiction. The more you don't, and just sit in the boredom of what you're feeling and allowing yourself to sink into the uncomfortable space, the more you heal it, the more you raise your consciousness, the more you raise your vibration. And with a raised vibration comes an increased ability to manifest an amazing life. More than that, also the ability to feel amazing within yourself. Because that uncomfortable energy, it's not forever. It's not forever. It's just momentarily. It's going to last as long as it's lasting. It's not about running away from it. It's not about getting away from it. It's not about doing something about it. It's about finally just accepting it as a part of who you are. And you realize that yes, it is uncomfortable. But the most painful thing about this entire process that you've been through for so long was the belief that you couldn't be in the present of this. Because once you just switch that switch of coming into acceptance of it, even though it is uncomfortable, you'll find peace at the same time. And that changes everything. That just makes it so incredibly, it just makes it so much easier to be with it. Once you find that acceptance, that even though I am perhaps feeling this shame, this anger, this guilt, or whatever, lower emotion, lower energy, lower part of your vibration that fuel these aspects of your personality. The people pleasing, the overthinking, trying to always improve yourself, trying to be the best, trying to be the smartest, always having to be this type of person, whatever that means, judging other people, whatever distractions and illusions you were putting your attention on that were fueling and creating a distorted reality that is far below of that which you can create and that you want to create. Lies this energy that can be healed and transmuted through your presence, through your allowance, through you letting go of your way of doing things. Letting go is done through the acceptance of what is actually going on. You simply have to be with it. And I know that's the hardest fucking thing in the world, because we're so used to doing something about what it is that we're experiencing. We're so used to trying to improve ourselves, trying to raise our energy and vibration. We're so caught up in this loop of living our lives where we're trying to achieve some outcome, searching for something, trying to be something. When in reality, we're just playing this big fucking game with ourselves. We think we're all of these issues, but we're not all of these issues. We're the awareness of them. And as soon as you shift your awareness from thinking that you are all of these problems and you need to maintain it into starting to observe it and realizing that I am the awareness here of these things. And a shift in awareness was all that was ever required. I didn't need that job. I didn't need that relationship. I simply needed a shift in awareness. And as that happened, as I started to see that, wow, there's something uncomfortable going on within me now. And my whole entire life, I thought that I couldn't be with this. That's why I did all of these things, why I played all of these charades and I took part in all of these games, was because I was running from myself. The deep aspect of who I am. And the more that you move into that deep aspect of who you are, through the allowance of it, through the practice of simply being without a need for it, the more you're going to heal. We all have a self-worth and a self-love wound. Most of us, to varying degrees. And the reason why we stay so active, why we attach ourselves to these different type of matrix things that we're doing. I am this person that is in this way. I am always on top of my game. I am a perfectionist. I am whatever it is. I'm a shopaholic, whatever. Why we attach ourselves to these identities is because in the present moment, as it is fully embedded into it, it is otherwise uncomfortable. And for the last 2 weeks now, roughly, I've been really asked to just be with myself. And this is not the first time, but it's really been asked to a new degree for me. And I'm sure that there are people out there, you guys right now, that are experiencing the same thing. So this is just a little reminder here that it's okay to not do anything. In the act of allowance and being as you are without your old programs, trying to, make sure that these people are taken care of, or that when you start focusing on yourself a little bit and you allow yourself to go through what you're going through, you slowly find everything that you ever search for. That's it.